Hi everyone, today we'll be presenting our project for ESC3012 solid waste treatment. The focus of our task 3 is on an innovative solution to address the ecological challenges posed by the invasive sucker-mouth catfish or Ikan Bandaraya in Malaysia. Our group 3, consists of Nurdina Kistina, Nur Nadia, and me, Nur Shafika. For introduction, ikan bandaraya, commonly known as sucker-mouth catfish or Hypostomus plecostomus, has become a growing issue in Malaysia's freshwater ecosystems. These non-native fish are often discarded irresponsibly into rivers, where they disrupt local aquatic biodiversity by preying on native species and competing for resources. To address this issue effectively, some innovative solutions are to transform ikan bandaraya into animal feed and compost. By utilizing these fish as a sustainable source of animal feed and organic fertilizer, we can minimize their ecological impact while the history of ikan bandaraya in Malaysia traces back to their introduction as an aquarium species. Originally native to South America, these fish were prized for their ability to clean algae from aquarium surfaces. They were first brought to Malaysia during the late 20th century as part of the ornamental fish trade. Their hardy nature and ability to survive in various conditions made them popular among hobbyists. However, as these fish grew larger, many owners found them difficult to maintain in home aquariums. This led to their widespread release into local rivers and lakes, where they quickly adapted and multiplied. Over time, their uncontrolled growth resulted in significant ecological disturbance. By consuming algae and organic material in large quantities, they altered the natural food chain and created competition for native species. The invasive tendencies of ikan bandaraya have since become a major concern. Their ability to thrive in polluted waters and reproduce rapidly has allowed them to dominate many aquatic systems. This has prompted calls for innovative solutions, such as transforming these fish into compost and animal feed to manage.
Ikan Bandaraya, originally introduced for algae control, has become a serious threat to aquatic ecosystems. So, one major issue is their competition with the native fish species, which this leads to the decline of the local biodiversity. Additionally, their feeding habits cause a significant damage to aquatic habitats by disrupting the balance of the algae and vegetation. Lastly, the accumulation of their waste contributes to water pollution, depleting oxygen levels, and harming other aquatic life. From an economic perspective, managing the overpopulation of Ikan Bandaraya is costly. Governments and local communities must invest in measures like removal programs which can strain the budget. Furthermore, their presence actually have disrupts the local fisheries by reducing the populations of native and economically valuable fish directly impacting the livelihoods depending on fishing. Addressing the ecological and economic impacts of ikan bandaraya requires both immediate action and long-term planning. So, by exploring innovative uses for these invasive species, such as turning them into compost or animal feed, we can mitigate their negative effects while turning a problem into an opportunity. Ikan Bandaraya has high protein content, making it suitable ingredient for animal feed. So this process involves converting the fish into fish meal or flour, which can then be added to the diet of livestock and aquaculture species. So by utilizing this fish as feed, we can reduce dependence on conventional fish meal and lower overall feed production costs. Research highlights two specific uses of ikan bandaraya in animal feed. So firstly, it for chicken feed. So studies shows that replacing 25 to 50% of traditional fish meal with sucker-mouth catfish meal in the diet of Thai native chickens helps to improve growth performance and also meat characteristics while reducing production costs. Next, for tilapia feed, so sucker-mouth catfish flour is also an excellent substitute for fish meal in tilapia feed. So research indicates that incorporating 10% of this fish flour uh, into the feed delivers the best growth results, with a survival rate of 93.3%. So these findings demonstrate its potential as a sustainable and cost-effective alternative. Beyond animal feed, ikan bandaraya can also contribute to organic fertilizer production through composting. So there are various methods of composting, including aerobic composting, anaerobic composting, vermicomposting, and bokashi composting. So each method has its unique benefits and requirements that we will explore further. Okay, for this slide, we will focusing on aerobic composting. So aerobic composting involves the decomposition of organic material in the presence of oxygen. So this method is faster compared to others and produce nutrient-rich compost with a minimal odors. However, it requires labor-intensive process for aeration and maintaining proper moisture levels. So this method is ideal for those that looking for quick and efficient composting solutions. In contrast, anaerobic composting takes place in the absence of oxygen, so sealed environments are used for this process. While it can produce biogas such as methane, which can be utilized as an energy source. The process is slower and it will produce strong odors. Additionally, it may require specialized equipment, making it less suitable for small-scale operations. Another sustainable method is vermicomposting, which it involves using red worms to break down organic materials in controlled environment, such as a ventilated bin or container. Organic waste, such as vegetable or food peels, serve as feed for the worms, resulting in high-quality compost. Vermicomposting is a low-maintenance method suitable for the households and also for the small farms.
So for the next part, we are looking forward to see about bokashi composting. So what is actually a bokashi composting? So bokashi composting is an anaerobic process that uses beneficial microorganisms to ferment organic materials, including food scraps like meat, fish, and dairy. This method is not only efficient, but also it creates a nutrient-rich compost that improves the soil health. For the next part, we are looking forward to prepare a bokashi compost. So step 1 is to prepare a bokashi bucket. First, we need a bokashi bucket with a spigot to drain excess liquid. We had to add a layer of bokashi bran, which contains wheat, bran, molasses, and effective microorganism. So for the next part, step 2, we're adding the fish, which we cut the ikan bandaraya into smaller pieces to speed up the fermentation process. Layer the fish with bokashi bran to ensure every piece is well covered. For step 3, we are using the method layering and sealing. where we continue adding layers of fish and bokashi brand until the bucket is full. Compact each layer to reduce the air pocket and seal the bucket tightly to create an anaerobic environment. For step 4 is for fermentation, where we leave the bucket for 2 weeks. During this time, the fish will ferment, producing a liquid called bokashi juice. This juice can be diluted and used as a powerful plant fertilizer. For the step 5 is curing the compost, which after fermentation, we bury the compost in the garden or mix it into a compost pile. Over several weeks, it will break down further and creating a nutrient-rich compost for plants. So actually, this bokashi compost have its own benefits, where this process help to reduce waste utilized as invasive species and creates a sustainable organic fertilizer. It's win for agriculture and also the environment. To conclude, bokashi composting with Ikan Bandaraya is an innovative approach to organic waste management. It's not only tackle environmental challenges, but also supports the sustainable farming. Let's take this step together towards a cleaner and healthier future. Thank you.